lovers of freedom, good morning everybody. And I just want to give you update with respect to what is happening. And a few days ago, I made an update here when I was in Sokoto about respect to Nnamdi Kanu's well-being and the ongoing matter pending matter at the Court of Appeal. And I also told you that Nnamdi Kanu, of course, have decided to exercise his right under the Constitution to represent himself in his criminal matter at Court of Appeal, which is his fundamental right. And he's not the first person that is representing himself. People have been representing himself. Is the constitutional right given to him by the Constitution. So, but he also demanded that the legal experts who cares should submit a contribution which they made. Of course, it is necessary. Nnamdi Kanu, not only that she is not a lawyer, even lawyers, when you are doing a matter, you normally call for opinion from your colleagues, not to talk about somebody who is not a lawyer. So he called for that everybody, if you have a draft appellate brief, you feel that you can adopt, you should come up with it. So I did my own. So I submitted to him and asked him to go through it. Where because my own, I feel that it fall in line with the record of proceedings and the grounds of the appeal. So, and if you watch that copy, it was not signed, it was not filed. I also posted it in my own page. This is what I submitted to Nnamdi Kanu for those of you who are not lawyers to see, to have an in-depth view, to have a clue of what happened in that particular judgment. Because if you read out my appellate brief, I illustrate a lot of things with respect to the decision of the court, fundamental rights, violation of his fundamental rights, and a lot of things that happened, which it was not signed, it was not filed. Nnamdi Kanu has not even adopted it, but I just brought it there. So those of you, of course, those the lovers of Nnamdi Kanu and the lovers of freedom, and those who cares to know, they give me a call privately and give me a private chat to get more explanations about what I posted. I explained to them. So, and they said okay, and they thanked me, and they appreciated the industry I put in preparing and analyzing and reviewing that appeal. So those of you, of course, expected those who want to expose their ignorance of the law, those who want to exhibit their hatred against Nnamdi Kanu, jump into the page as usual and start attacking the person and start attacking my very self. But that one is not why I am here. Then why I am here this morning is to let you know that in the course of going through that judgment, I discovered that there are some things the judge said during the course of delivering the judgment that was not contained in the judgment. And thank God that the judge also ordered for that the proceedings of the judgment should be transmitted live. We have media people there, AIT was there, channels were there, Arise was there, and some other media houses were there. So in reviewing the tape, the video clip, the things that my lord said with respect to the custodian where Nnamdi Kanu will serve his appeal was not contained. The thing the prosecution counsel said, the comments and the remarks the prosecution counsel said, I'm talking about Chief Awumolo SAN, it was not also contained there. And the Nnamdi Kanu was not given an opportunity. Remember that he was bundled out of the courtroom. He was not also contained there. And most importantly, the reason the judge gave, the reason he bundled Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why Nnamdi Kanu should not be served in Kuje, rather in Sokoto, was also not contained there. So there are some omissions in that particular judgment. So we have the clip, we have reviewed the clip. Now we are now bringing a motion challenging that particular record of proceedings and that particular judgment. Why should the judge and the court remove all those fundamental issues? Because they know that Nnamdi Kanu will use it to form part of the use it as a grounds for his appeal. But be that as it may, I have file and prepared a motion. This is the one I posted here, asking the court to compel them to complete that record and that judgment, and also to stay and also file an affidavit to be served to the judge and to the registrar of the court to come and explain the reason why they should not produce all those omission. So that is why I say, let me just give you the update. For those of you who feel that you don't want to see anything that you don't want to see or hear anything that has to do with Nnamdi Kanu in the public domain, you are wasting time. We should be giving update, just like as we have a high demand of people calling Maxwell, what is happening by Maxwell. So we are not going to keep in that. We are going to be bringing it every update. So those of you who feel that you don't want to hear anything or see anything that has to do with Nnamdi Kanu, you can go and hawk transformer. But meanwhile, for those of you who are interested in what is going on with respect to this Nnamdi Kanu's matter, please remain focused. If you watch the majority of people that attack Maxwell, attack Nnamdi Kanu, attack Nnamdi Kanu, are the people that the federal government sponsored. And you will see them jumping from one social media to another. Even when you are not invited them in your page, they will continue. Even when you try to delete them, they will go and create another Facebook name to join you, to follow you. But we decided to allow them to continue to expose their ignorance and stupidity. Thank you and God bless you.
So what Barrister Maxwell Opara explained is that the record of the proceedings of the Court of Appeal, of the Federal High Court that they used to sentence Nnamdi Kanu, that there are so many things that Justice Omotosho did which is repugnant to natural justice and equity and the proceedings of the court, like seeing Nnamdi Kanu representing himself and he sent him out. So he carried out the judgment in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu, not because there is any lawyer representing him. And he said that these things were not presented to the Court of Appeal. Like they omitted it, knowing fully well that the court erred. Like when you see your mistakes, you say, no, cut that one out, cut it out, send the other records to the Court of Appeal. So that is what he's just trying to explain. But for me, about this issue of Nnamdi Kanu case, I've decided to rest, okay? I've decided to rest my head because I know fully well that come Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But I don't know and I don't have the conviction if Nnamdi Kanu will be released by Nigerian courts, if he will be released. He was discharged by appeal court before. He was granted bail by Federal High Court before, but everything was turned upside down as we are seeing today. So that is when I decided to conclude that it is interest, not law. It is interest. The case of Nnamdi Kanu is interest, not law. So it is interest that is pushing the federal government to do whatever they are doing. And you can see that even him being transferred to Sokoto where there is terrorists or terrorism or insurgency, it is also an interest. Just to show him that, yes, Sokoto Caliphate is the one that is controlling Nigeria. Sokoto Caliphate will rule Nigeria. You are trying to divide Nigeria. You are trying to secede with your people. We are going to tell you that you are under us. That is what it means to transfer him from Abuja to Sokoto State. They didn't see Lagos. They didn't see Enugu. They didn't see Abia. They didn't see Abuja. But they took him to Sokoto State. Why didn't they take Boko Haram members to Sokoto State? Al-Qaeda terrorists, they gave only 10 years. Only 10 years imprisonment. They left them in Abuja. And these people confess that they have killed countless people. So what violent action is Omotosho talking about when he said because of his violent action that they should take him to Sokoto State? Omotosho is alive. Thank God he is alive. He is now seeing how his people are being butchered. He is now seeing how his people are being beheaded. He's now seeing how terrorists are chasing his people out of the bush. Not out of the bush alone, out of the city, out of every community. Royal fathers are being chased out of their palaces. Omotosho is seeing that, right? That is the meaning of terrorism, and those people are terrorists. But guess what? The same government is still going to release these people. The same government is still going to free them. No problem. The time is coming and we'll know who is who.
Bala Muhammad in 2021 called for restraint. He railed against the eviction orders to unlicensed herders in the forest of Ondo State. He asked the media to respond to the moment by aligning with leaders with restraint in action and words. Apparently, Bala Muhammad referred to the order given by Rotimi Akeredolu, then governor of Ondo State. Akeredolu had, on the 18th of January 2021, ordered herdsmen to vacate all forest reserves in the state within 7 days. He banned night grazing and movement of cattle within cities and highways. The government said that it gave the orders to guarantee the safety of lives in Ondo State. Ondo State is one of the Yoruba states suffering most from bandits' exploitation. The position of Akeredolu did not go down well with his counterpart in Bauchi State. Here, Bala Muhammad explains to us why Fulani holds AK-47. Bala Muhammad will also talk about media and eviction orders. We are going into the recent past. Bala Muhammad on State Affairs.
And now, because a Fulani man is practicing the tradition of transhumance, pastoralism, he has been exposed to the vagaries of the forest, the animals, and now the cattle rustlers who carry guns, kill him and take away his commonwealth, that is the cows. He had no option but to carry AK-47 because the society and the government are not protecting him. What is his fault? It's the fault of the government and the people. You don't criminalize all of them because in every tribe there are criminals. If cybercrime is being practiced mostly by one tribe, you don't criminalize the whole tribe that they are criminals. We should be very sensitive. I must thank our chairman of the Northern Governors Forum at this occasion, because we are talking of the use of media to promote peace and unity in Nigeria. I think he is a hero in that field. Governor Lalong, with his diverse background, with his minority background, he is leading the Northern governors with focus, with a lot of sense. You, the media, you must make sure you single out such heroes for promotion, not those people that will speak from Ekiti or from Ondo, that Fulani should leave their forest. Nobody owns any forest. The forest is owned by Nigeria. Under Section 23, 24, 25 of the Constitution, every Nigerian is free to stay anywhere. And let me tell you, nobody had the freedom of matriculations or speaking anyhow. Anybody can speak anyhow, but we are exercising restraint.
Okay. When governors take on governors, that is Bala Muhammad there. What do you think? He lectures Otom and Akeredolu. Did Bala Muhammad differentiate between law-abiding Nigerians from masquerading herdsmen? Did he say it is in order for the herdsmen to ravage farms to accommodate Fulani pastoral exploits? Did he? Did the governor of Bauchi State justify the use of AK-47 by herdsmen? Bala calls for restraint as he railed against the eviction orders to unlicensed herders in the forest of Ondo. What will save the land? As the debate heated up the polity, Samuel Otom of Benue expressed disappointment at the reason offered by Bauchi State Governor Bala Muhammad. He reprimanded him. In a Friday 12 February 2021 statement by his media aide, Teva Akase, Otom wondered why Bala justified lawlessness on the grounds of cattle rearing. He said Bala Mohammed now takes the lead in violating provisions of the same constitution by calling for lawlessness. Otom will not understand why Bala would encourage herdsmen to wield AK-47 and kill others. He reminds us that it was the same Governor Muhammad who once said on national television that a Fulani man is a global citizen and therefore does not need a visa to come to Nigeria, and that the forest belong to herdsmen. To Otom, it is unfortunate that leaders trusted with power now mislead the people. He says it breeds anarchy. As if that statement was not enough, Otom on Monday the 22nd of February 2021 addressed a press conference where he came out more forcefully against Bala.